Welcome to another exciting edition of Our Do You Know Food and Cooking on SEETV. I'm your host, Cynthia Mariana, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here. So on today's show, I'll be quizzing you on how well you know Nigerian foods and how to cook them. I'll be asking you 8 questions in 5 stages. There's a preliminary round where I'll be asking you 3 questions in which you have to get a minimum of 2 correctly to go to the second round. And in the second round, I'll be asking you 2 questions in which you have to get at least 1 correctly to go to the quarterfinal. That is the third round. And in the quarterfinal, I'll be asking you just 1 question in which you have to get it correctly to move to the semifinal. And this quarterfinal starts the beginning of the what's it called, knockout phases. So the knockout phases is the one I'll be asking you just 1 question each. So after asking you 1 question in the quarterfinal, then we'll move to the semi-final where I'll be asking you a question and you have to get that correctly to go to the final. And in the final, I'll ask you 1 question and you have to get that correctly to stand a chance to be the winner of a 5 GB of data. Yes, you had that right. You'll be compensated for your effort. So if you think and you're very confident on your knowledge of Nigerian food and cooking, why don't you send a request to our social media platform on TikTok and Instagram at SEETV Life 1 and Facebook, Twitter at SEETV Life. I'll be going on a short break, and when I return, we get to see who our first contestant is on today's show, and let's see if he or she is ready to play. And you are back on the program. Should in case this is your first time of just tuning into the program, let me cut you inside in Kiki's voice. You see, on this show, I talk about all things Nigerian foods, our knowledge on Nigerian food and cooking. And as we all know, Nigerian food features a wide variety of flavors, ingredients, spices, both native and imported, soups and stews, a staple food often containing assorted vegetables and meat. They often serve with a variety of swallows like fufu, while the dishes are typically hot and peppery. So let's meet our contestant, our first contestant on today's show. Hello, good afternoon. How are you doing? May I know your name, please? Your name is Bemisola from Ikorodu. Okay, Miss Bemisola, how are you doing today?
Fine, and you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Thank you. So I'm sure you have an idea of what we are doing here. So on a scale of 1 to 10, can you please rate your knowledge on Nigerian food and cooking?
5.
5. Okay. That means it says you are sure that you're going to get my like at least some of my questions, I mean most of my questions correctly today. So without further ado, let's get to it. And before I start asking you the questions, so I'll be asking you 8 questions in 5 stages. There is the first round where I'll be asking you 3 questions. You have to get 2 correctly to go to the second round. And in the second round, I'll be asking you 2 questions in which you have to get at least 1 correctly to go to the quarterfinal. That's the third round. And in the third round, I'll be asking you 1 question, and you have to get that correctly to go to the semi-final. And in the semi-final, 1 question, get that correctly. And in the final, get the 1 question that I'll be asking you correctly. So, are you ready, Ms. Bemisola?
Yes, I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay. So, number one question. Which of these is not an ingredient of puff puff? A, red oil.
Okay.
B, flour. C, sugar. D, salt.
A, red oil.
That is absolutely correct. So the second question, pick a soup that is not of the Igbo tribe. A, black soup. B, oha soup. C, nsala soup. D, okazi soup.
Black soup.
That is absolutely correct. So the third question in the first round, which one is not a cassava product? Which one is not a cassava product? A, eba. B. Fufu, C. Wheat, D. Starch.
Wheat.
And that is correct once again. Miss Gbemisola to the second round now. And remember, you have to get at least one correctly to go to the third round. That's the quarterfinal. So your number 4 question: which of this is made with beans? Which of these is made with beans? A. Puff puff, B. Egg roll, C. Donut, D. Akara.
Akara.
Miss Gbemisola, once again, that is absolutely correct. I mean, like, you're busting my head, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it already. Just let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. So, question 5. That's the second question in this second round. Pick the food popularly known for for choking. Yeah, in a nutshell. Pick the food popularly known for that. A. Beans, B. Plantain, C. Rice, D. Yam.
Can you rephrase the question again, please?
Okay. Question 5. Yeah. Pick the food popularly known for choking. A. Beans.
Choking.
Yep. Yep. When you are eating it and without drinking water, you start coughing.
Okay.
So pick the food popularly known for that. A. Beans, B. Plantain, C. Rice, D. Yam. Yam. Okay, if you had said beans, that would have been incorrect. If you had said rice, that would have been incorrect. The answer is between plantain and yam. And Miss Gbemisola, yam is actually the correct answer. On to the semi-final, which is the number 6 question. So this is the quarterfinal. Quarterfinal now. Okay, so this quarterfinal starts the beginning of the knockout phases. So you have to get all the questions I'm about to ask you correctly, because if you don't get if you don't get the question I'll be asking you, sorry to tell you, that will be the end of the road for you here on the show actually. So are you ready? Which country is Ewa going beans from? Which country is Ewa going beans from? A. Nigeria, B. Togo, C. Benin Republic, D. Ghana.
Benin Republic.
If you had said Nigeria, that would have been incorrect. If you had said Ghana, that would have been incorrect. The answer is in between Togo and Benin Republic. Miss Gbemisola, well, the answer is unfortunately not Benin Republic. The answer is Togo. So I'm sorry. This is the end of the road for you, Miss Gbemisola. So like no, for your efforts and everything. No. You really tried. You really tried. So for your efforts, you'll be getting 2 gigabytes of data because you did not get any of my knockout phases question correctly. Okay, so you'll be getting 2 gigabytes of data for your efforts. So Ms. Gbemisola, tell me, how was your, like, how did you enjoy the show? Like, how was the experience like for you?
It was fine. It actually added more knowledge to me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So Ms. Gbemisola, thank you for coming on the show. Please do not forget to tell a friend to come on the show and come and test their knowledge on how they know food and cooking. And also send me your number and your line of network so we can credit you after the show. So yeah, thank you. Have a lovely day. Bye bye. And that is Miss Gbemisola. Well, she got all the she got 5 questions correctly out of 8 questions. She didn't get any of my knockout face questions, but then I mean, she tried. As you can see, my my viewers, if you think you're confident and me, you can, like, all my questions are very simple, and you think you're up to the task, just come on the show and come and show me what you got. I'll be here waiting for you. So as I was saying, talking about common ingredients we use in cooking and all that, So as we all know, Nigerian food features a wide variety of flavors, ingredients and spices, both native and imported. Soups and stew are a staple food, often containing assorted vegetables and meats, and they are often served with a variety of swallows like fufu, while the dishes are typically hot and peppery. And talking about common ingredients we use in cooking Nigerian foods, we have the meat, the seafood, peppers, cinnamon, and nutmeg, ground crayfish, and fermented products such as iru and ogiri are sources of umami. I mean, and there's stock cubes. That's the we have the popular stock cube Maggi. Yeah, it's the popular brand, and they are also common. And we have others like palm oil and vegetable oil, which are used in cooking. So if you are just joining in on the conversation, this is a quiz. This is a quiz show, and this is an entertaining program for everyone to watch and participate. So if you think that way your knowledge on Nigerian food and cooking is strong, go as in the knowledge go do me. If you shake ground, so why don't you send a request to our social media platform at Instagram and TikTok at SEETV Live 1, and Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at SEETV Live, and come and showcase your talent. Talent as in testing your knowledge on Nigerian food. This is not a cooking show where we do the practical. You know, it is analysis and questions that we're quizzing you guys. Yeah, see for time. So I have some kitchen tips that have been gathered from all over Africa for you. I mean, they are essential. I'm very sure like one or two, you will need one or two in what I'm about to mention now to you. The number one on my list is never store onions and potatoes together, because both produce a gas that causes either of them to spoil quickly. So if you are a doer of this so-called thing, you need to stop so as your food to last longer. And the second one on my list is, okay, so this one is I'm about to say is an extremely useful one. You know, this Sakpa period, things are kind of tight, and you know how you can be out there. So if you find yourself in this situation, especially students, this is what you need to do. If you want to cook with groundnut oil and you only have palm oil at home, all you have to do is get 2 or 3 orange leaves. Put 2 or 3 orange leaves in your hot palm oil on the fire. Let the leaves turn black before removing it. By then, your palm oil becomes pure groundnut oil, also giving your food a nice taste. Try this and thank me later. And number 3, to avoid feeling a peppery hotness on your hands after cutting pepper with bare hands. I mean, everybody must have experienced this. So, with bare hands, scrub your hand with salt and red oil, then wash it. I used to be very afraid of touching pepper, or even peeling up. I don't like it at all. I hate that feeling that I get after touching pepper, and I start feeling this hotness, this peppery feeling. I don't like it at all. So if you are like me, because now after doing all this, I can now touch pepper because I know I can scrub my hand with red oil and all that. So if you used to be afraid, if you are always afraid of touching pepper, I mean, this is a useful one for you to start practicing. And then number 4, when preparing a dish, it can happen that you mess up because you use a lot more salt than needed. Unfortunately, there are some tricks that can help to remove excess salt. What you need to know is that a dish too salty may not be missed totally, you know. Indeed, our grandmothers had some secret tricks that have the potential to desalinate a dish easily. One can, for example, use vegetables such as potato or carrot added to the dish to absorb the salt or mitigate the taste. Moreover, depending on the type of dish or prepared food, other ingredients such as bread or sugar can also be used. And so if you happen to ever salt a pot of soup, just drop in a peeled potato. The potato will absorb the excess salt, and that is all. Voila! No more salty with a hair. And number 5, if your soup or stew goes sour while warming it, add little piece of charcoal and remove after warming. The taste will come back. I mean, it's not like you put a whole stone of charcoal and put it aside. No, that was going to a little piece. You can even just take it out and just sprinkle it. That will work. I'm pretty sure that will work fine. So remove it, and after warming, the taste will come back. And number 6, never put citrus fruits, that is oranges, lemon, lime, etc., or tomatoes, in the fridge. The low temperature degrades the aroma and flavor of these fruits. So if you think that if I put my fruits inside the fridge, it will keep them fresh, it will, you know, get what I'm trying to say. Well, alright, let's go you. It is what you have here, like this. Okay, let me say like that. So number 7, when storing empty airtight containers, throw in a pinch of salt to keep them from getting stinky. Should I come again? Okay. When storing empty airtight containers, throw in a pinch of salt to keep them from getting stinky. I have 2 more to go for you guys. Number 8, if your salt is becoming lumpy, put a, I mean, everybody like has experienced this in one way or the other. So if your salt is becoming lumpy, put a few grains of rice inside it to absorb excess moisture. And that's because of the sealed, you know, it's inside sealed container now, and you know there's no way to know it's not generate moisture like that. So just put in a few grains of rice, and it will absorb all the moisture that is there. Lastly but not the least, to reuse cooking oil without tasting whatever was cooked in the oil previously. That's if you want to like cook and you have a vegetable oil that you already used in frying fish, turkey. Let me just use fish for example, because you know there's no how you fry fish that you still won't smell the fish inside. You get what I'm trying to say? So to reuse cooking oil without tasting whatever was cooked in the oil previously, cooked a quarter piece of ginger in the oil. It remove any remaining flavors and odors. Okay, so and that is all I'll be sharing with today, guys. I hope you've learned something today. If you're just joining on the show, my name is Cynthia. I'm your lovely host, by the way. So it's high time I take my leave and say goodbye to you guys. So do not forget to follow us across our social media platform. We are live on TikTok and Instagram at SEETV Life 1, and on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter at SEETV Life. So if you are very confident and you think that you have little plenty knowledge on our food and cooking, like I said earlier, come on the show and come and show me what you got. I will be here for you. Be my So adios, bye bye, Stephanie. Don't mind me. Bye bye for now. Bye bye, guys.